Welcome to another stage analysis video. It's Sunday the 18th of January 2026. Lots to get through as always on this week's video. I'm going to start off with a look at the watch list stocks before getting into the regular content. But actually just before that, just wanted to once again highlight the some of the new features that we added on the website this week. So I did do a whole video on it on Wednesday, which you can find back on the website, about 10 minutes long, so just a brief overview of the changes. But in the actual screener, I did add a few little extra functions in here. So when you're in the chart sections, when you switch from table to charts, there's this new filters button or presets button that appears. You click on this button here and the chart view settings panel opens. So within here you've got multiple options in order to change the settings on the charts below. We've also got these presetted saved templates, as well as you can save your own templates. So for example, if you wanted to switch to a 2-column grid, you can quickly just jump into that, and that's already preset for you there. Or you wanted but go to a single column, and you can do that. So this basically puts it into some predefined settings that you can use. Then you can also tweak those to whatever you want depending on your screen. So you wanted you wanted to widen that out, you wanted it to be a bit thinner, then you can set that, and then you can go in and you can save your own template through this way here. So I've got one already of my own saved that I use, for example here. So a 4-column grid, which gets rid of the price bar on the side, and then in 4x3 style with a smaller bar size. So you'll see when you're on a bigger screen like this, you can scroll through a lot more charts that way, or you can even go to 5 columns or 6 columns with a screen when you're on a bigger screen like this. So just wanted to quickly highlight that again. As I said, you can go back to that on the midweek video and get a full rundown of how it works. So right, let's get back to today's regular content. So starting off with the watch list stocks, as I said, we're going to start with AMPX and Prius Technologies here. So notable change of character on this one this week. So breaking out of this downtrend in the short term here. It's been going sideways for the last 3 months. I think it's 10 or 11 weeks or so since it topped out and rolled over, then started to break below the 50-day moving average. You'll see first significant close above the 50-day moving average and the plus 180R level. So this is the plus 180R level here for on the counter channel. So that's 180R from the 21-day EMA. So this is the first close above that level during the last 3 months here. So this is a change of character in the short term. So we've moved from a short-term downtrend where it was mostly below the minus 180R level here. You'll see it was traveling below that, and now we've started to break back above that on the flip side. So this is something that has had a big move. It is in a pivotal point. So if it did form an up thrust here and come back into this, would obviously could be a reversal. So an up thrust is the opposite of a spring. So if it did that kind of move and started to break back through the 21-day moving average, then it is within reasonable proximity of the stage 4 level, and it's already dropped off quite a lot. You can see it was all the way up at 16, so it's already dropped 50% in the last 3 months for the pullback. So if we go to a weekly chart here, you can see that this move here, so doesn't look quite so severe on the scale of the chart that it's had lows. You can see it's gone from being a penny stock all the way up to that $16 level. So absolutely ginormous move this one has had over the last year and a half since it started to move off of the lows and start to push into the first move into stage 2 here. So if we turn on the stages background, you can see the move out stage 1 and then into early stage 2, then that consolidation where it turned stage 3 briefly before making a further stage 2 continuation. So this one's had really powerful move. And if we broaden this out a bit more, you can see that the IPO open level on this one back here, which was just around, I think it was 9.03 or so at the time. Let me look. So 9.01 it opened out at. So you can see it's actually, with the pullback, it's just come below that level, had a little bit of a shakeout, and then started to recover and started to move back above the 10-week moving average as well at the same time. And something else of note, if we turn on the momentum here, so if we zoom in on this a little bit, you'll see that a little bit more clearly. You can see the bars through here where it was blue is neutral, red is negative, and green is positive. So first time it's flipped back to a positive momentum within the last 3 months as well with this one. So a little bit of a, as I said, a change of character going on for this as it's attempting to move out. So we're looking for it to grind its way higher back towards, ideally back towards that previous high. So that would push it from obviously the current level around $11 up to 16. So we got, in terms of percentages, potential move of around 40-50% or so in the near term is a possibility with that, if it did actually make that. But as I said, it's within right in the midpoint of the stages levels here. So you can see 14.09 and 7.96 for the stage 4 level. So drop down to this point here, will drop up to, pushed up to this point here, it would start to move back into stage 2, drop below here, it would drop off into stage 4. So it's in stage 3 currently, but the momentum has turned back to positive again. So there is a chance that we could get a further continuation on this one. Moving on to APLD, so this has consolidated over the last 3 months or so and then started to move back above its 180R level again in the near term here. You can see that change of character, moved out of this local area here, tightened up on the volatility as well, and then started to push out a significant bar that's pulled back into the recent high level and rebounded again. So currently just pulled back to that 180R level and bounced again, had over 1,000% move off of the April lows. So it's been moving really strongly. APLD, I think. Again, you can see that move through here on the weekly chart that it's had off of the April low and the consolidation. So sitting right up near the highs. SATA score currently an 8 of 10. Amount of relative strength, really powerful, but in a very weak group. Application software has been getting hit very hard as obviously the advent of AI and people finally starting to realize that it's actually impacting the various software companies as they lay off obviously staff, and people are finding ways to create versions of paid software on their own through various practices that have come to light with the obviously the AI tools getting better and better, especially Claude Code's new Opus 4.5 has been a real game changer at the moment in terms of the coding and the abilities of people being able to do things, and the new Ralph loops going on with that, with people making multiple tasks run at once with obviously really generous allowances on those tools. So it's really a new time in terms of what's going on in the software world, and like a boom for individual developers really. So software is taking it on the chin a bit. Another one of interest this week, a bit of a subgroup theme, is the Rich Tech Robotics here, so RR. So robotics, it's been one of the sub themes of interest of late. It's been doing really well, but this has come off quite harshly over the last 3 months or so. So again, dropped back down to about the $3 level after getting all the way above 7. So halved again with this one, but you can see again this change of behavior, change of character in the near term. So although it's had this volatile ride down, it has tightened up. You notice the contraction in volatility over the last 3 months here, and now for the last couple of weeks managing to close back above its 50-day moving average for the entire period there. So needs to push out above the recent high here, get an uptrend going, still below the 180R level at the moment, which is at 4.12. So basically in a very neutral position here, but holding above the 50-day moving average and the 21-day moving average, which, as you note there, is just crossed back to the upside again. So moving averages are stacked in the correct order again. If we come to the weekly chart on this one, you can see how that has tightened up through here, but it is closer to its stage 4 level at $3 than the stage 2 level at 6.08 at the moment. So very much in a stage 3 neutral type position at the moment. It could go either way here. The volatility contraction could be considered the other direction. Could be looking at this way and obviously tighten up through there. So it could actually break to the downside there. But obviously looking at it from the fact that it's starting to hold above that 50-day moving average. So looking for it to grind its way back higher again, particularly the near-term highs would be of interest in the short term if it could get back to those levels again.